Well, good day, guys, and welcome to the bonus content that I wanted to add to the course. So this is just a little quick run through of Pinterest. Now, I'm not a Pinterest expert by any stretch, so I'm not going to show you the ins and outs. I'm sure there's loads of cool things that you can do, and maybe you can share some bits and pieces with me. But what I am going to do in this lesson is basically just show you how you can use Pinterest to save and collate inspiration for projects that you have going on right now or maybe in the future. And this is a great way, if you're sitting at home in the evening with a glass of wine, or you're sitting home watching your favorite shows on Netflix or whatever else, you can basically just be doing this as you kind of go. So it doesn't take any extra time, but it does mean that then when you go and do some projects, so you think, oh, hang on, I've got that bathroom, I want to go and grab my inspiration and ideas. Because we always see stuff when we're flicking through our phone, but it's important to save it. So you can save pictures from Instagram across into your Pinterest. So this is my Pinterest site. I've just created it. And so go ahead, you're welcome to follow me. But what you need to do first of all is create your account. It's completely free. And then you want to press this little plus button. Now yours might look a bit different depending on what I don't know the changes with Pinterest and when they happen. So if it does, you're just looking for a board. That's what we're looking to create. And you want to give your board a name. So let's go ahead and call it Orange Tree Lane Inspiration, because that's what we were calling our neighborhood in our market analysis, if you remember. So let's go ahead and call it that. Now you can have the board secret, which means that no one can see it, or you can have it visible. They're just boards of inspiration, so I don't really care who sees mine. But that's up to you. Now, what will happen is Pinterest will automatically give you some inspiration for the board. Now, obviously, because of the name of it, it's brought up a load of oranges, which is not what I'm interested in. So I'm just going to hit done. Or otherwise, you can click through and save these if some of these are of interest to you. And so there aren't any pins on my board yet. So what I want to do is I want to go up to the search icon. And with this one, I think what we're going to do is we're going to get some kitchen inspiration. What kind of style? Let's go for a modern aesthetic. So let's go modern farmhouse, because that's a bit of a trend. House. And let's see what kind of things come up. Okay, so like a load of things come up right now. And so you can just kind of have a search through and you can see what you like, what you don't like. So some of them will feed into your theme, some of them won't particularly, but you don't have to save them all. You can save the ones you like. So, I like things that are a little bit rough. So I like this one. So I'd say I've probably already saved this to one of my boards. So then you just click and you want to save it to, where is my Orange Tree Lane? So I want to save it to my Orange Tree Lane board. I'll go back into my thing. So I'm just going to save a few of these so we can, I've already saved a few of these for different projects. So let's just go back. I just want to show you then how you can use Pinterest to basically manage your inspiration board. So there's some pretty cool ways that you can do it. So we've got that's a pretty cool feature. Now, it's not necessarily stuff that you're going to use all the time, but maybe there's some cool features or some cool woodwork, lighting that you like the look of when you're looking through some of these. So just go ahead and save it. That's a really cool fireplace shiplap. Obviously, something that was very trendy there for a while. If you have if you've got lots of houses around your area with front porches, don't forget exteriors, because you're going to have to renovate the exterior of your house. So whether that's just paint or giving it, you can wrap the posts, you can do lots of things to the outside of a house to make it look way more appealing. And then you just flick through, and this is really just all about your, what you're looking for, what you like. And it's just to basically get the creative juices flowing. So I like the look of that one. So I'm going to save this one to my Orange Tree Lane. So I'm just going to go ahead and save a few so that I can show you how we. So I quite like that backsplash. So I'm going to save this one. So you don't have to like everything in the picture. It's just a few little bits and pieces because you're not committing to anything by saving some. But what you are doing is you're basically just letting the creative juices get. Oh, I love that. I love all distress stuff. Oh, I think I've even saved this to my inspiration board. Just to get some inspiration of some things that you can do. So that's a really cool sitting area. So let me go ahead and save this one. Okay, so I think that's probably enough to get an idea of what we, how we can now manage our board. So let's go back. And I want to go, so if you hit on your profile, you can see this is all your boards. So if we want to go to our Orange Tree Lane board, and as you can see, they're all there to see. They're all kind of mixed up. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and organize the boards. So let's go ahead and do I've got a couple of bathrooms in here. So let's click that one, and that one. And we want to create a section. So we want to put bathroom, we want to add. And so basically it will now move those pins into a folder. So it's a really nice visual way of how you can, so we'll save this one and this one and this one, and we'll create a folder for kitchen. So if you're working on a project right now, like I said, you've got a house in mind, or not even have a house in mind, but you've got a style that you really like, but you want to explore a little bit more. And when you start flipping houses or renovating houses, I mean, you're not really very good to begin with, unless you've been designing houses or you've been, in this field professionally for a while. It takes a little while just to kind of um, get the creative juices flowing and to get hone your eye basically on some of the design elements. And so what Pinterest does is it just allows you to explore that a little bit more. So now we've got all that in our board. So as you can see now, this is actually our board. I haven't put that one anywhere, but you can see now we've got our exteriors, our kitchen, and our bathroom. So what you can do is you can keep saving this, and you can call this just like your inspiration board. Excuse me. Keep saving different styles, different things that you like. And then when you have a house that you're flipping, you can come back to this and say, okay, let me move them into folders for this particular house. Let me pull out the color scheme I want. Let me pull out the things I like. And let me see what I can recreate. Let me see if it works well in the market. And it just basically expands your horizon, because if you're not living and breathing properties and design like we've been doing for the last 10 years. There's a load of trends out there that maybe you're just kind of skirting around the edge of. You're not really sure how to bring it all together. And a lot of the time when you're flipping, and I'm testament to this, is basically you have to redesign the house in your head, because you don't have the luxury of having walls and everything to be sheetrocked in, and the floor plan to be all beautifully laid out, other than on a piece of paper, for you to start bringing in patterns and colors, because excuse me, most of it you have to order before you get to the point where drywall is going up. So a lot of the time you're kind of designing blindly, and that's where it really experience really comes into play, to allow you to build out these, especially if you're not someone that is quite visual. Like maybe you need to make lists, maybe you need to really break elements down, you need to see them to form decisions. Then this is a great way of doing that. It also just allows you, just like I said, to broaden your horizons, to see how paint colors work. You can have your own little folder on paint colors if you want, your own board on paint colors if you want, and really explore how to use those with wood elements, those sorts of things, especially if you're reusing some of the things that are in the house currently, like for example the cabinets. Maybe you're going to be reusing them, you need to paint them, so maybe you want to pull a board together full of painted kitchens. What color kitchens work really well with the existing quartz or granite or whatever's there currently. So this was just a bonus lesson to help you get the creative juices flowing and share with you how to use Pinterest. I'd love for you to share your boards with me and share your inspiration with me. So please feel free to do so. Otherwise, I'll see you in the next lesson. See you later, guys.